This is what the narcissist will do if you hurt their feelings. At the outset, I'd like to appreciate your attention to this video. I should explain, in case you're unfamiliar with this conversation, that the narcissist is the only topic ever discussed. I'd like to take a moment to appreciate your help, both in the past and the present, before we get started. Rarely do narcissists exhibit anger or other negative emotions. A brain injury or chemical imbalance could be responsible. Narcissistic rage, on the other hand, encompasses a wide range of behaviors, from open displays of anger to more covert forms of aggression like simmering resentment. Even if the narcissist's attention is being taken away from more pressing concerns, an outburst of rage is possible if they are unable to concentrate on it as they would like. When their desires and needs are disregarded, narcissists can become very hostile or extremely passive-aggressive. It is distressing to see their idealized self disintegrate before their eyes. But how is this possible if narcissists are the type who places the most importance on how others perceive them? Now, I would like to discuss how narcissistic injury affects the narcissist. What exactly do they think if this is the case? What is the matter with them? There are a variety of narcissistic wounds. At every juncture, a great deal of variation in outcomes is possible. Nonetheless, I will discuss the most severe narcissistic injury and their probable response to it. Narcissistic wounds, or wounded ego, refers to emotional traumas that destroy the narcissist's sense of self-worth and pride. When their fabricated identity is under attack, this is their standard response. The severity of the wound could impact the narcissist's reaction. Despite this, they always respond the same way, regardless of the severity of the injury. Here is how a narcissist typically responds after experiencing narcissistic injury, for clarity's sake. The humiliation they have suffered is quickly eclipsed by the raging rage they feel within. To exact revenge, the narcissist will resort to extreme measures. No matter how grave the wrong, narcissists are incapable of forgiving it. They are so devastated that they can no longer put on a convincing act of forgiveness. Therefore, it is irrelevant if they claim responsibility. They are currently planning their vengeance against you. Their preferred form of punishment is defamation campaigns, which they employ both openly and covertly. After insulting you, a narcissist might suddenly become charming and kind. I'm not just referring to the lifetime smear campaign. Narcissistic wounds can push the narcissist toward even more extreme behavior. In addition, a narcissist is susceptible to strikes from which they will never recover. Where their sense of self-worth and dignity disintegrate before their eyes, and where the acceptance of who or what they truly are triggers an overwhelming sense of guilt. Numerous factors can push a narcissist over the edge, and they all relate to his or her deepest wounds. Such events would cause the most damage to the fragile psyche of the narcissist. Here, I describe in detail the three things that hurt a narcissist the most: abandonment, exposure, and insult. Those who can simultaneously employ all three of these strategies pose the greatest threat to narcissists. Either the narcissist will go to great lengths to avoid this individual out of fear, or they will become obsessed with destroying them by any means necessary. If the latter is true, a simple look at the source of their suffering may cause them to relax their defenses. The narcissist can no longer pretend to like the other individual and must admit that they do not. Ideally, they should be eliminated. This magnitude of narcissistic injury can have devastating effects on anyone, but those with narcissistic tendencies or other extreme personality traits are particularly at risk. The next move of the narcissist will depend on the intensity of their current emotions. It is possible that their anxiety is causing them to feel trapped and believe that there is no escape. Even if they eventually admit fault and seek assistance, they are more likely to avoid accountability for their actions and continue to behave normally, which rarely succeeds. If the narcissist's hatred for the target cannot be rationalized, they may resort to extreme measures, such as hiring a hitman or placing a curse on the victim. There is nothing a narcissist would not do if they could persuade someone else to do their dirty work for them with no repercussions. The shadow sides of narcissists are revealed when they experience emotional pain. They may play the victim to obtain what they desire, but this is a ploy. Experts, on the other hand, can zero in on the problem and assess the severity of the offended party's animosity. they will tell you the truth about everything based on what they observe. When they are hurt, narcissists experience a wide range of negative emotions. Fear, anger, hatred, and embarrassment are some of the most prevalent human emotions. This reinforces the narcissist's innate pessimism. Insult, humiliation, and rejection all at once are intolerable for a narcissist. This narcissistic injury is irreparable, as are all others. Because every criticism makes them feel worse about themselves, narcissists are miserable, unpleasant individuals to be around. If unable to exact revenge, narcissists may lose their minds and resort to violence. Narcissists are uninterested in forgiveness or moving on from the suffering they caused. People are less likely to improve as they age because they harbor grudges and refuse to acknowledge reality. Someone's sense of self-worth has been damaged, so you should give them space. Regardless, I hope you gained something from this video. Describe the other person's reaction when you wounded their ego and give an example of when you did the same. I look forward to our next encounter. Fill out the comment box below with your thoughts or questions. If you like this video and want to see more content like it in the future, click the bell icon to subscribe to our channel. So grateful for your thoughtfulness.
Hello and welcome back to the Narcissist and Karma channel. Let's summarize the video for today. Rarely displaying anger or other negative emotions, narcissists can take a variety of action, from overt displays of anger to subtle aggression. They can become extremely hostile or passive-aggressive when their wants and needs are ignored. There are numerous types of narcissistic wounds, and the typical response is emotional traumas that destroy the narcissist's sense of self-worth and pride. The severity of the wound can affect the response, but narcissists typically react in the same manner each time. The humiliation they have endured is quickly overshadowed by their raging rage. Incapable of forgiving wrongs, narcissists are motivated by a sense of self-worth and guilt. They employ defamation campaigns and aggressive strategies to drive them to extremes of vengeance. A blow can knock narcissists off their feet, and their fragile psyche can be damaged by abandonment, exposure, and insult. Those with narcissistic tendencies or other extreme personality traits are particularly susceptible to suffering a narcissistic injury, and the next step will depend on the intensity of their emotions. Narcissists are narcissistics, narcissists who avoid responsibility for their actions and continue to act normally, even if they refuse to acknowledge fault and seek assistance. If their hatred for the target is excessive, they may employ a hitman or place a curse or hex on the victim. When they are hurt, they experience a variety of negative emotions, including fear, anger, hatred, and embarrassment. This reinforces the narcissist's inherent pessimism and can result in violent behavior if they are unable to accept revenge. Narcissists have no interest in forgiveness or moving on from the pain they have caused, and as they age, they are less likely to change for the better. It is essential to allow others the opportunity to express themselves and develop their self-esteem. Well, what are your thoughts on this video? Please share and click the like button to ensure the continued growth of our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.